welcome again to my channel. Today I'm going to discuss the NEXUS application. This is the official Government of Canada NEXUS application website, and NEXUS is designed to speed up border crossings for low-risk pre-approved travelers into Canada and the United States. It is jointly run by the Canada Border Services Agency and U.S. Customs and Border Protection. And this is the website, that's cbsa-asfc.gc.ca. So let me scroll down a bit. So what are the benefits of NEXUS? The benefits are you avoid long lineups and save time by using an automated self-serve NEXUS kiosks when entering Canada at the 9 major international airports and U.S. global entry kiosks for entry into the U.S. So I'm from Winnipeg, and Winnipeg Richardson James Armstrong International Airport is one of the airports that has a U.S. pre-clearance area. So if you have already a NEXUS card, or if you're planning to apply one, then you will have the privilege to have an expedited process of pre-security screening before you can board the plane. You enjoy a simplified entry process using dedicated vehicle lanes at the 21 designated land border crossings. That's for when you go by land. And when arriving to Canada by boat, you have to report by phone to a telephone reporting center at more than 450 marine sites across Canada. So those are the benefits of NEXUS. So let's proceed to application. So the question is how to apply NEXUS. Before applying to the NEXUS program, check if you're eligible to join. You must be, I think one of the eligibilities for applying NEXUS is that you need to be a Canadian or US citizen, and you need to be a permanent resident of both countries. Not just permanent resident, but you live in either Canada and US within 3 years. Your permanent residency should be 3 years and over. And there is a non-refundable application processing fee for $50. It's either Canadian or US for a 5-year membership. Children under the age of 18 are free. Each applicant, including children under 18, must complete a separate form. The application process to determine eligibility in reaching the interview stage takes approximately 30 business days from the date that the application is received. There will be a thorough background check when you have the NEXUS, because this is for the low risk travelers. It means that you should have no criminal records all over the world, especially in the US and in Canada, even in Europe, because there will be a background check by the RCMP, NBI, Interpol, and all the agencies around the world. You should have no records for criminal doings. So for online application, you can apply to NEXUS online using the Global Online Enrollment System, or the GOES, which is operated by the US CBP. And that's also the website where you can check your card if it's already been arrived or it's been approved, because when you submit an application after the 30 business days, you will receive a letter if your application is rejected, or you will receive a conditional approval. If you receive a conditional approved application, it means that you're on the final stage for the interview process, and where your fingerprints are taken and there will be an iris scan. So for the paper application, you can complete the Nexus paper application by downloading and filling out the form, printing it, and making it together with the processing fee of $50. You can just print the form from this website, cbsa-asfc.gc.ca. That's it. So let me check the eligibility requirements. So this is the eligibility requirements. To be eligible for Nexus, you must be a citizen or permanent resident of Canada or the United States, as what I've said. If you are a permanent resident of either the two countries, you must have lived in Canada or in the States within 3 years or over. Effective June 30th, 2012, Canadian and American citizens living outside of Canada or the United States or have recently returned in either country and have not previously been able to meet the 3-year residency requirement are now eligible to apply. This is only applicable to citizens, not permanent residents. For permanent residents of either Canada and the US, you must have lived in either of the countries for 3 years and over. You may not qualify if one of the following applies. You're inadmissible to Canada and United States. You have falsified documents. You have been convicted with serious criminal offense all over the world. You have a recorded violation of customs, immigration, or agricultural law. You fail to meet other requirements of Nexus. Now, when entering a country or when you pass by immigration, not just in Canada and the States, you need to be honest. When the immigration asks you a question, you should give them the answer. Do not lie. That's the number one rule. Do not lie. So for children, there are no processing fees for applicants under 18. Minors can be enrolled in the NEXUS program even if their parents or legal guardians are not members. So I think that's about it, and there is a video for this that I just showed you. Let me go back there. That's the video. One moment. It's stuck. There we go. That's the Nexus video. You can visit their website and just check the video. And we have the phone numbers here. Okay, for the phone numbers, if you need more information, call one of the following Canadian processing centers. That's phone number 866-399-5887. That's for the residents of Newfoundland and Labrador, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and Quebec. And the hours of operation is Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time, except holidays. 800-842-7647 for the residents of Ontario and the United States. Same office hours except holidays. And last but not the least, 866-496-3987 residents of Alberta, British Columbia, Nunavut, Manitoba, the Northwest Territories, Saskatchewan, and the Yukon. The same hours of operation, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific Time, except holidays. So that's about it. I hope your application will be approved so that you will have expedited process when you're traveling within the United States and Canada. I have been a member since last year and I have experienced a very expedited process. If you're a NEXUS card holder, you are a priority. And one more thing before I forget, if you are traveling and one of your companions doesn't have a NEXUS card, you are not allowed in the NEXUS lane. All of the travelers must have a NEXUS card in order to use the NEXUS lane. So if one of you doesn't have a NEXUS card, then all of you should not be in the NEXUS lane. That's the policy. So it's really convenient. It's a really convenient thing to have to be a part of the NEXUS program. And let me show you the office for the Winnipeg Airport. That's where the interview. That's where I had my interview last year for the NEXUS card application. They took my fingerprints and my iris scan, and before that I had my conditional approved letter that I am conditionally approved. So guys, I hope you liked the video, and I hope I've given you information about how to apply for a NEXUS card or to be part of the NEXUS program, and I hope you will have a great trip. If you like the video, please click on the like icon and please subscribe below. Thank you and have a great night. Bye bye.